Aarav had always believed that winning an argument meant winning respect. To him, logic was strength, and silence was weakness. He was the kind of man who never backed down, never apologized first, never allowed someone else to have the final word. And because of this, he didn't notice how slowly he was pushing away the people who loved him the most. His wife, Mira, had learned to stay quiet during arguments, not because she agreed with him, but because she knew every disagreement would turn into a battle. Aarav's voice was never loud, but his words carried weight, slicing through emotions like a blade. His teenage son, Ishan, watched silently from the edges, learning lessons he never asked for. One evening, at dinner, something so small sparked everything. Mira had forgotten to pick up a special ingredient Aarav wanted. "It's just one thing," she said softly. "You always forget the important things," Aarav replied. "This is why nothing goes smoothly around here." It wasn't the words, it was the tone. The sharpness. The need to be right. The dinner turned cold. Silence took over the home like a storm cloud. Later that night, Mira whispered, "Aarav, why do you talk to me like I'm your opponent, not your partner?" He didn't answer. He couldn't. Because deep down he knew she was right, but pride sealed his lips. The next morning, Aarav came home early from work after a sudden meeting cancellation. As he approached the house, he overheard a conversation inside, the kind that freezes a man's heart. Mira was crying. And Ishan was comforting her. "Mom, he's not bad, he just wants to be right all the time," Ishan said. "But being right doesn't make him a good father." Those words hit Aarav harder than any argument he had ever won. A father should be a protector, not the reason his family feels unsafe. He stepped back, quietly, the weight of guilt sinking into his chest. For the first time, he saw himself not through his own eyes, but through theirs. And it terrified him. That night, Aarav tried to talk to Mira, but she looked at him with eyes tired from years of battles she never wanted to fight. "Aarav, I need peace. Not perfection. Not logic. Not arguments." Her voice cracked. "I need a home, not a courtroom." And with those words, something inside him broke, finally. The next morning, Aarav woke before dawn. Sleep had abandoned him. His mind replayed every moment, every harsh reply, every silent treatment, every "I'm right, you're wrong" that had pushed his family into emotional distance. He walked outside to breathe, to think, to escape the chaos inside his own heart. That's when he saw an old man sitting alone near the neighborhood park bench, someone he had seen many times, always feeding birds at sunrise. "You look troubled," the old man said, without even turning his head. Aarav sat down beside him. "I'm losing my family," he whispered. "Because I kept trying to be right." The old man smiled gently, like he had been waiting for this moment. "Do you know what destroyed my marriage?" he asked. "No." "My ego," he said simply. "I won every argument, and lost the woman who loved me." Aarav stared at him, stunned. The old man continued, "Life isn't about proving you're right. Life is about choosing what matters. When you're wise, you protect relationships. When you're only right, you destroy them." Aarav swallowed hard. He had lived his entire life believing that correctness was strength. But here was a man, decades older, telling him that wisdom was the real power. "Then what should I do?" Aarav asked, voice trembling. The old man placed a hand on his shoulder. "Go home. Don't explain. Don't defend. Just listen." He leaned closer. "And this time, choose to be wise." Those words became the turning point. Aarav walked home slowly, feeling the weight of years sitting on his back. When he entered, Mira was preparing breakfast, her eyes swollen from crying. He walked up to her, not with pride, but with humility. "Mira," he said softly, "I'm sorry. For everything. For making this home a place of arguments. For putting my ego above your peace." She froze. This was the first time in years he had apologized without conditions. "I don't want to win anymore," he whispered. I want us to heal. Mira's lips trembled. Her eyes softened. Not because everything was solved, but because, for the first time, she saw change, not in his words, but in his heart. Ishan came out of his room, listening quietly. Aarav knelt down, his voice breaking. Son. I'm sorry for teaching you the wrong things. Tears fell from his eyes. I want to be better. For you. For your mother. For us. For a moment, no one moved. Then Ishan hugged him, something he hadn't done in months. And Mira joined them. Aarav realized then. He had not won an argument. He had won back his family. Because for the first time in his life, he chose to be wise, not right. Sometimes, the smartest thing you can do is let go of the need to win. Relationships are not battles. Words are not weapons. And love is not a trophy for victory. Remember this always. Be wise, not right. Because winning hearts is far more important than winning arguments.